Today, I have a distinct pleasure to be sitting with Dr. Ron Gillis, and he's going to tell us a lot about himself and the work that he does, which is absolutely monumental and really earth-shattering and earth-changing, affecting untold thousands of lives. Good morning, how are you doing today?
Good morning, how are you?
Dr. Gillis, we want some of your background. We know you're a vet. Where did you serve?
I was in the Navy as a psychologist, and I served in various locations throughout San Diego, post-Vietnam, and was a part of those groups of mental health professionals who dealt with PTSD before PTSD was even a formal diagnosis. So at that time, we discovered the relationship between addiction and PTSD. So it's been something that I have dealt with for over 40 years in my professional and personal life, for that matter.
What's your educational background?
I have a doctorate in clinical psychology and master's in developmental and also educational psychology. So I'm a licensed psychologist for over 40 years.
So the other day we had a chance to go around and visit veterans for our program. We deliver kosher meals. You don't have to be Jewish to get the meals as well. Three meals a day, 21 meals a week. And we're out there to address veterans and other people who are 65 and up, and others if we can help them. And we've come to partner with you to create a strategic alliance. Now, you have an amazing organization. Could you tell us about it? And we'll put the number on the screen and so people can follow up and be in touch with you as well. So tell us about your organization.
Integrated Recovery Foundation is committed to the treatment of veterans who have addiction and post-traumatic stress issues, and basically to eliminate the 22 veteran suicides a day. And of those 22 veteran suicides a day, the most populated cohort are the older veterans, 65 and above. So in the partnership of the Meals to Vets program that you are launching with us coming alongside, it gives us an opportunity not just to establish a connection with them, but to identify those individuals who are at greatest risk. Because as I said earlier, the greatest number of suicides of the 22 veteran suicides a day is the older population. And above and beyond the fact that as a community and as a country, we should be doing more to eliminate those 22 suicides a day, we can do more to eliminate the suicides of the older population. These days, most of them are Vietnam veterans.
So I want to go back to have you explain to me more about integrated resources. Like you glossed over that too quickly, I understand, and the passion and what you're accomplishing, but tell us sort of how you got it going. Who are your partners in it? That's very important. And at the same time, we want everybody to say how they can participate with you.
Well, Integrated Recovery is a nonprofit, and we treat veterans and first responders who also, many of whom are veterans, without any consideration for their ability to pay. So we are dependent on donations, grants, and we simply put the needs of the individual first. We are here at the Tierney Center for Veteran Services, which is a hub for all of the various veteran service organizations to address the needs of the veteran. We are here to save lives, pure and simple. Many of the individuals have problems with addiction. Many of them have unresolved PTSD issues, as well as other co-occurring mental health issues. So I, being a psychologist, and Integrated Recovery being an agency that is mental health driven, we address those needs. Beyond just addressing the pure and simple mental health needs, we are a faith-based organization. We believe that in a relationship with the God of your understanding, if you will, we, just as in the military, whatever our faith happens to be, we respect the faith of the individual who we are serving. And we believe that the spiritual needs of the individual are part and parcel of good mental health. We also understand that there are many people who have no faith or have not yet come to faith, and so we have a program of mindfulness. We give them a platform to deal with their addiction and or post-traumatic stress until such time, if that time comes, where they come to faith, where they come to see the benefit and the essential relationship that they can have with the God of their understanding.
So how many organizations are partners with you?
Well, the exact we partner with everyone.
Right.
In that regard. We receive referrals from everyone, and we reach out to everyone.
So who's the we?
Well, integrated recovery.
Right. The partners are, who do they consist of? The feeders, so to speak.
The feeder, well, the Tierney Center certainly is one. The Tierney Center is made up of a variety of veteran service organizations, and there is the Orange County Veteran and Military
I
Families.
forgot to say we're currently sitting in Tustin, California.
Yes.
And the Orange County Veteran Center.
Yes. So there is the Orange County Veteran and Military Families Collaborative, overseen by the University of California, Irvine, and General Denton Knapp, who's the executive director. So in that collaborative, there are 10 working groups. I happen to be the chair of the faith-based working group. Now, there's employment, there's housing, there's all sorts of educational. We partner with all of the working groups that exist under the umbrella of the Orange County Veterans and Military Family Collaborative. We also reach out to all the houses of worship in this county, so that if there's any veteran that has a need that they present to their house of worship, that house of worship will know where to go, which is the collaborative, so their veteran will get all of the services that are needed for that particular veteran.
So I think what's important, we discussed before, different areas, specifics that you see as a priority that you're most busy with, your staff and everybody else. So let's describe whether it's housing, employment, drugs, police, meetings and like that. So let's just go step by step there, break that down as well.
Well, addiction, mental health is a top priority. There are many people who have the opportunity to receive housing, but choose not to take it because of their addiction. There are many people who can be eventually gainfully employed, but because of their addiction and mental health issues, that presents a barrier to their not only getting housing, but employment. So there's a symbiotic relationship, if you will, in the healing process. So as someone takes care of their recovery from mental health and addiction, they then become more motivated, if you will, for housing. Now, there are certain situations where they need to go to a treatment center first, and we provide that. Integrated Recovery acts as a liaison to many and all of the treatment programs in the county, which can provide residential treatment. We also work with the VA, so that where the services, mental health and chemical dependence needs can be addressed by the VA. We partner with them.
So what I'd like for you to describe to me, to the audience, is some case studies.
Sure.
Because there's the theory, okay, but
Right.
we don't know, because most people don't really understand what you're doing.
As an example, about 6 or 7 months ago on a Friday at 4 o'clock, I was introduced to a young lady who was homeless. In that period of time, we have made enormous effort to try to get her help. Unfortunately, there are, I hate to say this, there are men who find her attractive, who will take advantage of her. And that always becomes an obstacle for her getting the help that she needs. She has not surrendered, if you will, to the need for help, but always yields to the temptations that certain men offer to take advantage of her in the short run. And that short run has so far extended over 7 months. This is a common problem. Women are sexually assaulted, and unfortunately, there are always men who are there to take advantage of them, keeping them from the growth and the healing that's available to all of them. And we basically, say surrender. Again, we're a faith-based organization. So, when you surrender to the Lord, the path is laid out.
So, what's interesting to us, of course, is when we're out, as we took a ride and visited people that we help, and hearing them out and seeing the situation and trying to integrate what we're doing to spot issues, obviously prevent suicide. At the same time, we're looking to you to provide the resources and the staff which you have, this magnificent center over here, and we have to thank the backers behind this. This is an enormous undertaking, which untold millions to keep it going, no doubt. And we want to figure how that's going to work together. Besides the identifying the people that are in need, we know as we're putting together meals that are fresh, and on top of that, at the same time, we want to hear from you more examples of when you, like the situation you just gave us, some more case studies.
Sure. As an example, a situation we encountered just the other day, an older veteran living alone, in pain, and the isolation that is experienced by a good many older veterans is the pathway to hopelessness. So we try to establish a connection with them, and the connection is initially established with a good meal, a home-cooked meal, a home-cooked, nourishing good meal. With our partnership, we are not just delivering a good meal, but we're delivering a connection. And that connection with our mental health professionals and pastoral professionals establish not just a sense of hopefulness with that connection, but possibly even reestablishing a purpose for living. It's the purpose that gives people the will to continue and to live on and endure the hardships of life at whatever age you are at. But in this case, especially the elderly, we have to do more to reach out to them, give them increased hope, increase the connection, and establish a purpose for going on.
See, we're looking with your help to reach out to the veterans and get them involved. Not just say, okay, just drop some food off and go. At the same time, because we need everybody's help. In Hebrew, that word called acht is togetherness. Because if you're together, and God, and Hebrew says shalom, he seeks peace amongst people and to help others. So if you help others, God helps you, and from all different base connections. So having us working together and reaching out and to give the veterans life and purpose. At the same time, the country owes it to them.
Absolutely.
So this is, we feel, an enormous obligation on both our parts to reach out, have the government be involved, and part of the reason we're doing this program this morning is to act as an example to not just Southern California where we're based, but throughout the United States. Because having at least 22, if not more, veterans commit suicide every day is a national tragedy.
Absolutely.
So we cannot tolerate that. I want to thank you for coming out here, or rather I came out here to you and providing this great facility over here, and we look forward to doing amazing things together, and with your Navy background and your psychology and your staff, It should be an amazing partnership between all of us. And we thank all of you for listening and spread the word. You always get your number when we're flashing on the screens. They can be in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take care.